Oh, real fast. Is there any restrictions on what can and cannot be said? Obviously, just. I mean, I'm tame, but I want to
If you
know.
say the N-word, I can bleep it out, but
Yeah,
because Steven does that a lot.
yeah, I do. I skimmed Palo for obvious reasons, but
Well, oh, you had to
It's
bleep
okay.
him
If you're
out.
from the South, it's part of your vocabulary. You can do what you gotta
Oh my
do.
god.
Disclaimer! Crossing the Line is not a show intended to bully or harass anyone. Do not go out of your way to find or mess with the authors featured on our podcast. They make what we do possible, and we love them. And you. Thanks. Joy.
Okay, Steven.
yeah.
So you know how in the movie, the Lorax, the man steals their air and he bottles it, and
Yeah.
they have to constantly get air because there are no trees?
Mm.
What if one day you saw the billboard for that man in the town that you live in, and you knew that he was coming to steal your trees and feed you oxygen through bottles?
What would I do?
Yeah.
That's it? Just what would I do?
You ask your dad, and he says, "Yeah, Steven, you don't need trees anymore. They can bottle the oxygen now for a mere fee."
My dad living in a fucking ranch surrounded by trees.
They're gonna trade me all my trees for bottles of air.
One entire bottle of air per tree.
You see your dad out the window mowing our lawn, telling you he's gonna steal all the grass so you can have some cool bottled air.
Steal it.
I feel very...
It's up to you to save the town and all the trees.
Me specifically?
Everybody else thinks it's a good idea.
Even you guys?
Oh my god.
He has
We're
a
not
cool...
here.
Yeah, we're not here.
Okay, you're both in like Japan or something.
We left with the trees. We said no thanks.
Elias is in California, and I'm in my room watching Let's Plays.
Oblivious to the world.
You both just took one look at the son of a bitch and was like, no.
I can survive on limited oxygen when I'm in Let's Play state.
A catatonic state.
Oh dear.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Crossing the Line, a fanfiction podcast where
I
we
didn't
read, review,
answer.
and critique fanfictions for your listening pleasure. As always, I am joined by my lovely co-hosts Blue Breed and Virgil Vlogs, and special guest whose name I'm not sure we're allowed to say or not.
Yes.
Secret Narcissist, aka Lee.
Yay.
Lee.
Let's all say her name as hick as possible.
Lee.
Thank y'all.
Huzzah. You are christened.
Everybody, specify who you are by voice so we can keep track during the podcast.
No.
I am Blue Breed.
I am Virgil Vlogs.
I am Lee.
I'm that guy who... I don't know your name. I'm sorry. I'm Lee.
Guess you don't get a plug, George.
Lee, why don't you introduce yourself to our many, many, many fans, who there are many of.
Okay, well, my name is Lee. This is my first podcast.
Lee?
What? No. This is my first podcast.
We popped the cherry.
What the
What
fuck?
the heck?
Whoa, we did.
And
Oh,
so all I do is just draw and shit post and have
Do you have
fun.
anything you'd like to plug, like any YouTube, Twitter, or art pages?
Do you do storytime videos?
Okay, no, I do not do storytime videos. I'm against that.
Steven would gif you good if you did.
No, I'm against
Oh.
those.
You know, it's funny, because you actually made a fucking post on Twitter of a
Okay.
frame of a storytime video saying you were doing a storytime video.
Okay, really fast.
And you asked me specifically, asking me if I would do porn of you now because of that.
Well, because everyone else was getting it, and I'm like, what the fuck? I was trying to be cool. Okay, whatever. Listen,
Well, where's that video?
What are you trying to say?
I don't
Me
like.
and Elias do storytime videos. Are you gonna draw porn of us?
I mean, that's his
It's a
job.
niche market.
He draws
Virgil
everybody else.
Vlogs, storytime videos.
Oh my god! Look! With storytime videos, I mean, okay, I like some of them, and one of them is Scribble, so really cool. But a lot of the other ones, they'll do really big titles of I almost stole from a bank, and it's like,
Oh,
oh yeah,
yeah,
I saw a penny
yeah,
and I grabbed the
that's
penny, but I put it back because I don't steal because morals. It's like a letdown. It's a waste of my time and a letdown.
Oh yeah, this sucked.
Yeah, like
Here, Elias, draw your storytime persona, and we'll keep talking while you get to that.
Okay.
oh my god.
Can't draw
Fuck,
very
I
good.
almost stole from a bank. That's fucking hilarious.
We're doing a Garfield episode because I guess Garfield's funny, I guess.
I love Garfield.
Tell us your personal experiences with Garfield.
I grew up with him. He was like my favorite fat cat. And he inspired me to love lasagna and hate Mondays, and it's kind of just stuck. Just like,
Were
you
there
know.
rivaling fat cats also pardoning for your love?
No. No.
Oh.
Not even Heathcliff?
No! Oh my... I'm upset. That brought back like some memories. Like, I remember that cat. It's scary because I knew he was a ripoff. I used to watch the DVD a million times.
No, it's
It was
actually...
scary. I knew he was pawning for Garfield's market.
I
He was
can't...
pawing.
Did you get a Heathcliff book instead of a Garfield book by accident?
What? Really?
Did you go to the library one day and get a Heathcliff book instead of a Garfield book by accident and it scar you?
No, I had the DVD of Heathcliff. I don't know why. And I would
Oh, no.
I would watch it all the time, and it was so funny. But I'm like, I feel bad for
I was
this
worried
cat.
You might say that.
No, I feel bad for the cat because I'm like, I know he's a ripoff of Garfield. But like, you
Did you ever
know,
read Get Fuzzy?
what's that?
I have some Get Fuzzy books, and they're pretty good.
What is that?
It's another cat-themed newspaper comic.
It's like the gritty real-life Garfield that's still relatable, because Garfield stopped being relatable in like the 70s or 80s. But Get Fuzzy is still about cats, mostly.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's
Fair enough.
got very grungy art for a newspaper
He's
comic.
scary. I don't like him.
Yeah. But it has a grown man, a cat, and a dog.
They're all
and
ugly.
they talk about... Did you just look them up?
Yeah, I'm sorry. They're ugly. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's okay, it's true.
Lee, what about Crankshaft?
What is that?
Alright, we're doing a Crankshaft podcast.
Alright, Crankshaft, let's hear.
We're
So-
not doing a Crankshaft podcast.
Come on! How can you, the DM of this podcast, change the rules like that?
Lee, hit us up when you find out what Crankshaft is.
Okay, I found it. It's an
Lee,
old
your
man.
episode's over. Goodbye.
No! It's expected. It's expected. I killed the show. Sorry.
Your lack of crankshaft knowledge was your downfall.
Lee, I thought you were better than this.
I am better than this, and you know this. They don't, but you do. Okay.
Lee, it's your fault that I have chips in two of my nails.
Teeth.
Yeah.
No, look. Okay, this guy. He looks like a grumpy old man. Did he run over a dog?
Here you go.
Did he?
He said, "Look, okay, this guy. He ran over a dog, and he was like $20 to keep this quiet to a child. Are you kidding me? What is
It
this?
happens.
Look."
He cranked his shaft. That's what he does.
I'm obsessed.
God, there's gonna be pasty Crankshaft porn somewhere online.
Oh, if there isn't, I'll take care of it.
You're not gonna draw Crankshaft, I know you won't.
Oh my god, this comic's horrible.
Put that out! I'm desperate in the newspapers for them to put this out!
It's literally just a one-panel comic!
Why did he do that?
I'll
Telling you.
describe the comic for your audio listeners. It's Crankshaft outside of a car, handing money to a kid and said $20 to keep this quiet, and he killed the kid's dog because he ran it over with his truck.
And the dog is hyper-realistic.
Oh no, more?
All things being equal, I like weddings better.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, how's that even a joke?
Because he would rather be at a wedding than at someone's funeral.
I like that drawing you did, Elias.
That's a drawing of me by myself.
Doing
How I
story
do.
times.
That's how my storytime character looks.
Don't worry, I'll be the artist, and you can tell your stories that just aren't as cool as you're making them out to be.
I mean, to be honest, he looks a lot more unique than most of them look.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah,
try to
yeah.
draw me, but I'm
And remember, have the
I
white
watched
skin.
a couple of YouTubers. I watched a couple of YouTuber story times that were like animated, and one of them was like God, what was his name? It was like Tim but better, but it
Tim
was
Tom?
no, it was like his name was blank but better.
Oh, okay. I'm
Like
not sure.
Barry but better or some, and like he uses the same 2 animations for every story, and like the stories are so boring and they go nowhere. Like one was the time he asked a girl out and she stopped texting him back, and that was it.
Oh my god.
She was like, I texted her and she didn't respond, and that's the end of the video. It's like, what was the point? It's got like 20,000 views or whatever. It's like, come on.
Hey, look.
God.
Y'all want to hear some really good stories?
Oh, good.
Alright, one time...
Story time with Lee.
Alright, I've been dying to tell this story. So, there was one time I went to the nail salon, and I went without my mom one day, and there was this one guy who I would always see, but he was awkward, inside and out. And ironically, he was like, oh, I'll take care of you. Well, after a while, he was like, oh, I heard you can draw. That's so cool. No, it gets worse. He's like, oh, you can draw. That's so cool. And then he was like, I like to play online. I'm like, oh, really? He's like, yeah, I'm a gamer. I'm like, oh, cool. What do you play? League of Legends or, whatever? He's like, nope. I play MapleStory. And I had, and he was like, this man is like 40 years old, and it gets better. He's like, yeah, I have online friends. I'm like, oh, that's cool. He's like, yeah, one of them calls me Dad. I'm like, that's cute. Everyone has their own little names. He's like, no, they call me Dad, and I take that role. And I'm like, okay. And then he starts telling me, no, look, it gets better. He has a girlfriend. And I'm like, oh, you have a girlfriend? He's like, yeah, but I have this other girl who's like talking to me, and she's like weirding me out. And I'm like, what does she do? He's like, oh, she'll send me like.
She calls me Dad.
No, well, actually, yeah, she does. She does call him that. She calls him Daddy, and on top of that, she'll send him nudes of her 3D model character. And he also was like, I'm gonna.
They have 3D models in MapleStory?
No, it was a different game, but a weird RPG alien
SFM.
one. But, he then pulled out his phone, and he was like, yeah, she sends me nudes. I saw, he showed me the nude. She was, like, bent over the bathtub, and I'm like...
Damn.
Like, I'm...
Hell yeah.
Like, I was...
That'd be so much more work than an actual nude to model this.
Pretty much.
It was...
True commitment.
It was scary.
Wait, here's a...
Huh?
Important question.
Yeah?
How many tries are in her ass?
What?
Tries?
Yeah.
I couldn't
Probably
see that.
Her model, how many tries are in her ass?
It's probably just like SFM or something.
So not a lot.
Like a nude model of like the Scout or something.
God.
Well, yeah, but like this one was like an actual nude of herself. It wasn't her like 3D character. It was an actual nude. And I'm like, okay, first of all, I just met this man, and he showed me that, and I was so uncomfortable.
Oh my god.
And
was she hot?
no, she wasn't. But the thing is, she looked young.
How old was she?
She looked young for his age, and I'm like, she looked around like, she could have been like late teenager, early adult. She did not look super, older. And
that's not good.
And you said this is the living, breathing incarnate of Crankshaft?
Oh my god, I really wish I would have met him.
It all comes back to Crankshaft.
But
so we were talking about a Crankshaft comic you saw?
wait. Let me wrap this up really
Imagine Crankshaft at the nail salon being shown this.
Go ahead.
Okay. To wrap this up, he actually said he has a girlfriend, and then he was like, yeah, I do like this girl, but I don't. And then when I was like, if you like her, that's fine. And then he started opening up. He's like, yeah, I want to get into a relationship with her and my girlfriend, but my girlfriend's not ready. I want her to have a drinking buddy, so I think it'd be good to be in a polyamorous relationship. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And he's like, yeah, they're both gonna drink tequila, and then I get to take care of them. And I'm like, you know what? I know what that means, and I'm not stupid. He literally is so awkward, he has to get people drunk to be with them, and that's so scary. And he hasn't met them. He's like, I haven't met them yet, but like, I don't know, we might meet at a convention. And I'm like, you're cringing me!
Wow.
I never went back.
Oh my god.
Oh, actually, I lied. I did go back again, and I had another guy. And I swear on my life, this guy, I was actually on the phone with Pello at the time, and this guy was telling me racial slurs. He was teaching me on racial slurs.
Teaching you that?
Yeah, he was telling me one's for black people,
Was it
one's
Steven?
for Asians, and I'm like,
my god. That sounds like a southern guy that you meet at a nail
But they're
salon.
Asian!
Even
They're
come up with a slur
Vietnamese!
right now.
For what?
Oh.
Anything.
For Vietnamese? Let's see here. Shit brown rice.
Oh no! No! They were Vietnamese
yeah,
and they were
got that.
educating me on this, and it
Here.
was so scary.
What, like rice people,
Beans
zipperhead,
and rice.
kink, skunk?
Skink.
Oh.
You can't combine them.
Skink.
Skis.
I
Oh
can't.
my god. You're so horrible.
A skink and a pair of skis.
Oh my goodness.
I definitely know some southern old men who have been like, that's why, and it was like, alright, well, now I learned some new words today, thanks.
Speaking of, just real quick, me and Elias both drew our storytime characters, and we sent them to the Discord link. Lee, can you draw porn of those sometime?
Yeah,
That'd be
of
great.
course.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Thank you.
no problem.
Lee, I'm keeping tabs on you with all this. I hope you know that.
My character looks disgusting.
My character has cool hair, just like the real me.
There are no tabs to keep. It's okay. I mean, you can draw porn of them. It's okay. Y'all are
Here, I'll
friends.
draw Steven.
Nah, they asked you. Elias is drawing me, which is good because I'd take forever.
Oh my god. No, wait, I'm not gonna draw porn until y'all become like storytime tellers, and you have to like disappoint me with every video, and then I'll consider.
If we do that, we're gonna be like Fear Razor, where it's just like one pose.
Steven did have this idea to do a literal podcast where we just like talk smack about YouTubers.
Okay, listen,
I love to do
listen,
that.
listen.
Do you want to be on that one too?
Okay. I would, but the thing is, when you do
Uh-huh.
that, don't link
Uh-huh.
anything to them, you know, don't really give out their whole username, because trust me,
No, no.
Yeah.
I've been,
Why-
you're talking to
Why
someone.
would he like?
No, but you,
You know who I ain't? Fucking PewDiePie.
Here's his link.
Deal?
Go call him swear words.
Go call him a skinko dinko ass.
no, I'm serious, like, okay,
I have to bleep that.
there's
I know.
so many, like,
What part of it?
Probably all of
it's
it.
just, you
Okay.
know, some people don't understand that, and they get shit for it, and I understand how to do things, so like, yeah, that's a good idea. You can state your opinions and everything, but don't be an Onision, please.
So what you're saying is you want to be the head of this podcast?
No.
This untitled secondary podcast.
So Lee, what you're saying is we should do you first.
I mean, if y'all want to talk shit about me, that's totally fine. I get it. I'd love to hear criticism so I can fix myself. If Blue says anything negative to me, I'm gonna be pissed. And I'll expose his ass on Twitter, so who can play this game? So yeah.
Lee,
Yeah.
Elias made a bomb ass picture of me. I hope you like
I want
it.
to see.
To complete the trifecta.
Where's my cameo
We'll
though?
have these characters PNG'd out in the cover
I don't
of
know
this
what you look
episode.
like.
Okay, wait, because I want a cameo because it's not
I'll
fair.
draw you, don't worry.
Send us a picture.
Yeah.
There's Steven.
Elias is gonna draw
That's on the screen right now, I think, somewhere.
Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna send this one. I'm the one on the tentacle.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't have.
That's not Palo. Are you cheating on him?
Yeah.
No, what the fuck? I don't. That's no. No, of course not.
That's not Palo.
No, of course not.
You and Palo have
Yeah.
such similar speech patterns. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Really? Okay, you know
You
what?
guys must be. Have you been together for a long time?
Yeah, a year.
Dang.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I know he's picked up
That
stuff
would
from
happen in a
me,
year.
and vice versa.
Ooh. What
So
what
yeah,
slurs have you picked up from him?
I'd rather not say.
I think you can say.
I'll
No,
bleep it out.
no, we don't.
Bleep it
We
out.
don't say
Bleep it
anything
out.
negative. If anything, I call him, you know.
Call him. Call him out right now. Call him
No!
every slur you know.
No, I know like Mexican slurs, but like before anything happens, like
Lee! I was fucking drinking when you said that.
I'm sorry.
I fucking felt the liquid convulse against my Adam's apple.
no, like okay, I have family who are, you know, Mexican, so I know a lot more than I should. So Let me get that out of the way.
I got you.
But yeah, that's how I know my words. But yeah, we don't really say anything like, you know, racist. Because it's
Of course
2018
not.
and you
Why
can't
would
do
you?
that.
Oh, no. Come on, call us gringos.
That's not even an offensive term, actually.
I thought that was
Call
just
us
like
dulce
honest
de
white.
leche.
No, it's not an offensive
Call us
term
pinto
because, like,
beans.
they call us gringos all the time.
I got you. Let's see here, Lee, call us.
We're doing a show.
I don't want to say anything negative. This is my reputation on the line, so I'm doing pretty good.
You're right, you're right.
I want to read a fan fiction.
Then do that
Alright.
so I can make fun of y'all.
I'm gonna do that.
Lee, I don't like that response you just made.
Well, we
I'm
don't like
pulling
a lot
it
of
up
things.
now. I'm going first.
Alright, George's going first. I guess I'll go second.
Sure.
Yosh.
Hold on. I gotta really filter out my favorite ones. I just save them and never delete
So what-
them.
Wait, real fast, what kind of fan fictions are these? Are these like PG-13? What's going on?
I don't know.
Oh, it's a mystery.
We have this unique way of doing things where we go off exclusively off of the crossover tag and what the short description is. We never go to actually read them.
Oh,
So it's always a surprise. We usually make a couple just in case. Or we select a couple just in case.
oh my god. I'm scared. These better be interesting.
Oh, you should be.
They usually work out pretty good.
Yeah.
Where'd it go?
Lee, Elias drew you. You look like an OKKO character. I like it.
Oh, nice, good. I can't wait to see.
I drew a fucking ghoul.
Hold on, I'll take a picture.
What's the difference? OKKO style is ghoulish.
Also, I don't know what happened to my Garfield fan fiction because I saved them into my thing and they're not there, so I gotta go find them again.
Oh yeah, today's episode's on Garfield.
We already said
I
that.
love Garfield.
Said it too.
It's on Heathcliff.
I love
There's the
Garfield.
picture Elias drew of you.
I look so perfect. You got me like right on point.
Yosh, do you say A on occasion?
Do you say the letter
No.
Lowercase specifically?
No.
E?
Do it right now.
No.
You can't come on the podcast and make Elias look like a doof. That's not okay.
Who says doof
A?
anymore?
Navigate the-
Me!
Y'all are from
Both of us at the same
Florida.
time.
That's lame.
Fucking... Yeah, whatever.
Florida's a special realm.
Florida's great, you wouldn't know.
It's the worst. I've actually been to Florida. I'm from the South. I know.
You have not. You'd be saying doof at the wazoo. That's like our national anthem, okay?
Our our national Florida anthem.
Yeah.
Our national exclusive to this nation of Florida.
It's on our flag.
Oh my god.
Our flag is just the word doof in Comic Sans.
Not a plain white flag.
Oh my gosh.
I'm disappointed.
Okay, I got it pulled back up. Thanks, fanfiction.net, the
Worst
Discord app.
site.
Oh, you'll see. Don't worry. I posted a picture of me holding a Mars bar in front of a thing of Sailor Mars because I'm drawing Sailor Mars.
Sailor Moon sucks.
And damn.
Gotcha.
Yeah, she got me. But nonetheless, where is it?
Oh no, I love it actually. I saw it. It looks really good. I'm sorry.
You fucking
I forgot you were drawing them.
duplicitous motherfucker. Nonetheless. Anyway, so you know I hate everything. I hate you.
Yes.
You know how everyone's fucking everyone asked him to do a thing on how he hates Mars bars?
No.
Well, everyone asked him to do a video on he hates Mars bars, and guess what? Like fucking 4 comments on this thing are, I hate Mars bars or do I hate Mars bars? My God.
That's bad.
Yeah.
Gross.
Why do not for Sailor Mercury?
Oh.
John 3:16.
Yo.
We've received an image that Lee sent that's a giant man in a Garfield costume holding a sign that looks like a protest sign that says John 3:16, like a Bible quote.
It is a Bible quote.
What does it say?
John 3:16.
It says John 3:16 says John 3:16.
Okay.
I'll look
Oh
it
no,
up
no,
and
I
it's
got
really
it. I
good.
got it. It says,
Okay.
For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have eternal life. For God so loved the world that he gave his only Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish, but have eternal life. Why was that? Oh my God, I read it twice because it was a...
Amen.
Garfield shall have eternal life.
Damn.
Garfield shall enjoy the pool.
This is me.
God is a cat.
God is Garfield. God is good.
Garfield is dead.
Okay. Garfield. Story. Ready. Go. Garfield, the savior of the earth. Garfield was relaxed in swimming pool, enjoying his lasagna with his bare, manly hands.
In the swimming pool?
I,
He's gonna run the pool.
He's a cat!
as I do every
It's
episode,
water!
I have to say we read these for verbatim, so that includes all the weird grammar issues and spelling problems. So do bear with me.
Okay.
This is best lasagna ever, Garfield declared in an approving voice.
An approving voice. This is best lasagna ever.
You know what? This is the best.
I love you know what, as if Garfield's thinking about it. You know what?
That's how they would write it in a Garfield comic too.
He's had many a lasagna. He has to contemplate it.
I don't think he like conceptualizes the difference. I think just any lasagna is good lasagna.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Suddenly, a loud cackling voice can be heard through the radio and sounded like old woman. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Kiruin Raggio speaking.
No!
Who's that?
That's Satsuki's mom. Satsuki's
Oh.
mom.
God.
Satsuki.
Garfield arose up from his floaty chair and listened to this shocking and terrible news. As you know, I plan on taking over the world with my new clothing line, and you will all be enslaved to me and my rule. Resist is futile. Also, I plan to get rid of lasagna in my new world order. Pasta is so fattening. She laughed and the radio transmission was off.
Garfield says, no, this will not do, and he sits up.
What? Garfield stood up in a rage. This is outrageous! He flexed his might muscles and growled, I will not stand for this foolishness! He stood up and jumped from his chair and toward the railing. Fear not, world! I will stop this evil tyrant!
I'm imagining him doing this in his lazy ass Bill Murray voice. I will stop this evil tyrant.
John ran out to the pool and shouted, Here, Garfield, take this jetpack. He chucked the jetpack and Garfield caught it and donned it on, clenching the straps as the jets roared to life, sending him into the sky, carrying his mighty form to the place where the great evil resided.
As if he knows already.
He knows.
I can feel it.
Meanwhile, Raggio was holding Satsuki and Ryuko, her daughters, in captivity. Let us go, mother, Satsuki shouted. You cannot keep us here. Someone will rescue me. Damn right, Garfield won't stand for this, Rico hissed.
Hell yeah!
He will beat you with his manliness and muscles.
Who's this weird fan who's like loves Garfield and Kill la Kill enough to put them together like that?
It's Lee.
Yeah.
Lee!
You
My
love Kill la
God.
Kill, right?
Yeah, kinda.
You love Garfield,
I
right?
love
You can write a
Garfield.
fanfic.
I love Garfield.
You love his manliness and muscles?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, you better be careful what you say around me, Lee. That's not okay.
Look, I've already said everything I need to
What
say.
don't you like about Garfield?
Like,
Foolish girl.
I love Garfield, I'm just saying.
perfect.
She better be careful saying she likes Garfield.
I like Scooby-Doo the best.
Mmm.
How could you even put those in the same category? Garfield would annihilate Scooby-Doo.
Garfield would pull a running crossbody and flatten that mug.
Yeah, have you seen his muscles?
I know, right?
Muscles aren't everything, by the way, you guys, okay? It might be the personality, okay? But whatever.
No,
Personality to kill Scooby-Doo.
No! I love them both!
Do you know how many times Garfield has kicked Odie off the table?
You know what?
Garfield's foot is iron.
Odie's gay, so... it's fine.
Oh,
no.
Don't say that about Odie. He can't talk. You can't say he likes the kind of things like
He
that.
can't form sentences. He can't defend himself.
Oh,
He's
no.
brain dead.
Hey, we don't know that.
Garfield knows.
So messed up.
Anyway... Foolish girls, do you really think he will save you? Ha 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 ha! Raggio laughed as she placed a hand over her mouth, laughing like evil noblewomen. Not even he can stand up to my beloved elite. You lie! Satsuki yelled with anger and denial. I never lie. Soon Garfield will accept defeat, and I will rule him as well as the world.
Oh my god.
Honestly.
I will rule him.
Raggio grinned and turned to the window. Come and get me, Garfield. I will be waiting. Garfield, please. Save us, Ryuko whispered in sadness and hope. Meanwhile, Garfield was flying through the air in great vigor and justice. His muscles tensed in anticipation as he saw the hideout of the evil Kyrian corpse. Just you wait, rag woman. I'll be there and I'll beat you fair. Garfield boomed as he removed the jetpack and fell to the earth with style and grace.
my
It's
God.
almost like she included pasta just to threaten Garfield.
Yeah,
Personal attack.
she knows.
Gotta take out the strong ones first.
She's gonna. So before there was a show called Sagwa, the Chinese Siamese cat,
Yeah.
and
I'm saying I know what you're
I
talking
know,
about.
but
Not like,
anyway.
shut up.
but there's this character who's just like this fat manuscript guy, and he has a dream about having a fucking cloak full of noodles, and he abuses his power to try and make his servants make him clothes out of noodles. I just imagine that's what Ragyokirian's gonna do to like prevent him from hurting her. His armor of fucking lasagna.
I thought I knew what you were gonna say, but that was too deep even for me. A specific dream sequence from Wagwa.
From Sagwa.
Sagwa.
Oh my god.
God.
For all like 3 people who know what that is.
He made a crater as he landed. Because of his powerful and awe-inspiring physique made it possible. Now, where's her army? I must have my workout before facing the enemy. Garfield! Satsuki's underlings ran toward him in happiness. You have come! Yes, I have. What is the situation? Garfield frowned with utmost seriousness.
Yes, I have.
Garfield, Our Lady Satsuki has been imprisoned along with Ryuko. Sanagayama bowed down with sheer reverence. I am sorry. No need for apologies. There is only time for action, and I must act with great haste. Garfield placed a hand on the kneeling boy.
What the fuck?
Lord Garfield, let us help you, as a way to make up for our incompetence, Gamagori pleaded.
Yo.
No, there is no need. My mighty guns will be enough. Garfield kissed his manly muscles and posed like a male model.
Oh, I thought he was drawing weapons. My manly guns. As he takes out dual revolvers.
He knows
I'm gonna
guns
shoot
aren't
her.
manly.
You're right.
Muscles are.
Oh, Garfield, you are so brave. I'll never forget you. Nonon kissed Garfield, making him feel happy and more focused on saving the world from Raggio's evil. Don't worry, my dear. I'll save your lady and her friend, and we'll make the sweetest of life under the full moon.
Didn't even autocorrect love.
That's like, as a horny motherfucker, that's like the one word he shouldn't miss.
He was too horny to spell right.
Oh.
Garfield's suave voice was like sweet nothings into No-Known's ears as she fainted in his arms, sighing deep with bliss. Godspeed, Garfield, Inamuda saluted. I don't need the speed of God. I need my speed to fight through evil and win the day. With that, Garfield then ran like wind and whooshed himself towards the hideout of the evil Rainbow Queen.
And whooshed himself.
Raggio was sitting on throne, sipping her tea like a noble, classy lady. Lady Raggio, we have big trouble, a guard ran up to her, fear in his little heart. Speak, fool, Raggio snapped, annoyed. Garfield is here. He is killing us with vengeance in his heart. We are doomed. The guard panicked like an idiot. Raggio stood up and smacked the guard with her gloved hand. Pull yourself together, fool. I have the mightiest army the world has ever seen. He cannot hope to breach me. She crossed her arms and glared at the sobbing guard. Forgive me, my lady. I did not mean to doubt you. The guard then crawled away. Damn that manly beast! Something must be done! Raggio growled as she headed up towards her telescope room and saw the carnage that her foe was making out in the battlefield through her scope. Garfield roared like 100 lions as he began to slaughter the elite guards of Raggio's army, blood coating his abs and arm muscles as he tore apart a big guard in half. Give me more guards to fight, Raggio! I am not scared. I am Garfield, the hero of all that is justice and lasagna. Garfield stared right through the telescope, pointing his finger at the rainbow-haired queen.
Oh my
God, I love
God.
when they do that in movies and stuff.
Yeah.
They look through the telescope like a mile away back at him. So dumb.
Curse you, Garfield! Raggio fell onto her buttocks and stood up in a righteous fury. I must prepare for his arrival. Then she headed towards her room in a hurry. Satsuki and Ryuko were sitting in a jail cell, shivering like little scared girls.
Oh my fucking God.
I'm scared, sister, Ryuko whimpered in fear. I am too, Ryuko. Satsuki looked at her little sister. But I have hope in Garfield. He will save us. Suddenly there was a large boom. There is no need to fear. Garfield is here. Garfield stood in front of the hole he made in the wall. Garfield! The two girls shouted as the brave orange cat tore apart the cell bars and made a huge hole in them.
He already made a hole. He doesn't need to do
He had
that.
to make another one.
Oh my God.
You are free now, ladies, for justice will be champion. Garfield shouted with confidence.
Well,
Thank you, Garfield. Ryuko kissed him on the cheek. You are our hero. Yes, Garfield, we never lost hope. Satsuki kissed her savior on the cheek as well. Do not fear, ladies. I will stop your twisted mother and bring life to this land once again.
I will slap your mother.
Garfield hugged the sisters in his big, strong arms. Now go and return to your friends. I will take care of business here. Be careful, Garfield, Ryuko shouted. We love you, Satsuki shouted. Garfield stormed into the throne room, where Raggio was waiting with an evil smile on face. Raggio, the time has come for us to settle score. You say you want to destroy lasagna? I will not allow it. Fool! I am the queen. I could do anything I want. Raggio laughed and snapped her fingers. Nui, in all her devious cuteness, then appeared from the sky. Hello, Garfield. I've been waiting for you. I cannot wait to shave your fur off and make it into my new dress.
oh my God.
You send a child to fight me?
What the fuck?
That's pretty good.
You are lowest of low. Garfield glared death at Raggio, who just ignored him as he were a fly. I will not be ignored, Nui screamed as she leapt at Garfield, not knowing the danger she was in. Garfield threw out his fist into her side, breaking her ribs. Monster! Nui wailed in pain and fear. She drew out her blade and swung it at him, but Garfield grabbed it and broke it into many pieces with his bare hands.
Oh my god.
You send a child to fight me.
I eat steel for breakfast. Garfield then slapped Nui across the face and punched her hard in the gut, making her vomit out her lunch. No! What are you? Nui staggered back in fear as Garfield marched towards her.
Oh no!
What are you? Oh my god.
He broke her ribs.
And slapped her in the face.
He's a cat. He punched her ribs in half.
You want to know what I am? Garfield looked down at her with contempt in his eyes. I am the answer to those that cry out for justice. I am the man that will save the world from evil. I represent the American dream and freedom of all living beings. I am the god of lasagna and all those who crave it. I am Garfield! He swung a fist, filled with the hopes and dreams and the wishes of the people, into her face, the sheer force making her explode into nothingness. No! Raggio shouted in terror.
Jesus Christ, it just went
God.
plus ultra on her.
Go easy on her.
Yes, Garfield boomed in understanding. There's no running away no more, Raggio.
I swear to god.
You demon! I will make you pay! Raggio then transformed into a beautiful yet terrifying rainbow Gorgon goddess. She glared at her opponent. I will end your pathetic justice! Justice can never die! Garfield became pumped as he began to glow with a golden aura.
Oh no.
I am ally to good and nightmare to you!
Good.
The two roared as they leapt towards one another, claws and fists clashing against each other. Garfield blocked Raggio's attacks with rapid speed, while dishing out mighty blows. Raggio merely blocked the attack with her long hair, but she lashed out at her masculine foe with her scratches. The battle of the two titans was a sight to behold as they took to the fight in the air, crashing through the roof. Garfield! Raggio roared. Raggio! Garfield bellowed. Take this! Raggio then unleashed a beam of rainbow-colored energy at Garfield. For lasagna! Garfield blasted an orb of golden light towards Raggio. The two attacks collided and there was a massive explosion. The two combatants stood facing each other, covered in bruises and cuts and dirt, glaring at each other. Ryuko, Satsuki, Mako, and Nonon looked at the battle going on. Garfield, win! Ryuko prayed. Please, Garfield, Satsuki prayed as well. Come back to me alive, Garfield, Nonon shouted.
God.
Garfield, I never met you, but I want to see you for the first time. Please come. Mako held her hands in worry. Ah! Garfield growled as he felt the prayers of the girls reach to his heart.
He hates
Oh
prayers.
my.
Girls, I will end this battle and come back alive. Garfield is so horny.
Where's this Garfield harem?
He's
anime?
a virgin. He's a virgin. He'll just accept anybody who just comes at him. That's exactly what's going on. He's like, yeah, I'm
Yeah, I
fucking
think
For a
cool.
boyfriend-free girl.
Lee, I think you've missed out on a couple Garfield comics. He ain't no virgin.
Oh my god. I'm upset.
Freaking Jim Davis just drew him behind the normal and then slightly above normal and then back behind normal
What?
for the 3-page comic.
Turns out that cup of fucking dog semen that John had wasn't dog semen.
What?
Oh yeah. Jim Davis wrote a comic where John drank Odie's cum.
It's true.
It's true.
I love this artist. I love making characters suffer in really fucked up ways. How did they get into a cup? What the fuck? Yeah, what?
She
I'm
squeezes
upset.
it out like toothpaste.
I'm upset. Keep going.
You've just been sending Garfield memes to the chat.
Well, yeah.
You're just now catching up.
Because, like, I love Garfield memes. Look how stupid they are.
I feel that.
They're so
Oh, they're
cute.
cool.
Yeah.
And there's Heathcliff.
Heathcliff.
God, I hate Heathcliff.
He's so gross.
He's the best. Y'all are just...
You just said Garfield was better.
He is better, but, like, Heathcliff is cool. Like, you know, he's a cool cat. Cool cat sucks.
He's trying too hard.
Cool cat sucks. How does this segue into that exactly?
Cool Cat stopped the school shooting by deflecting bullets.
Is this true?
He stopped the school shooting. I don't know about the last part.
You should watch it.
I don't like
We
that.
Let's
should.
watch the whole Cool Cat movie. Cool
Lee,
Cat
it's
stops
time
the
to
school
watch.
shooting.
Lee, after the podcast, we'll watch all of the Cool Cat Saves the Kids.
I really don't want to commit
Anyway.
suicide, but keep going.
You will not, Reggio then summoned tendrils of her hair to bind Garfield in place. I will defeat you, Garfield, and you will suffer for what you have done. She then smiled evilly. And I will break my daughters and their friends in front of you. It will be
Why?
a pleasure to see how they will scream. Reggio, that will be enough! Garfield's body exploded into a white-hot radiance as Reggio looked on in horror. Only if I kill you, then it will be enough, Reggio roared back, despite the present fear seeped into her voice. Then Garfield began to lurch forwards, the aura making the binds on him wilt. This hand is shining white. It tells me to bring justice and happiness into this nightmare you created. Feel my power! He threw his throbbing white fist towards the evil queen and launched it into her chest, setting her ablaze.
Whoa.
Garfield! Reggio screamed in agony and despair. This is the end! Be gone, evil one! Garfield unleashes all of his energy into Reggio, making her glow brightly, before she exploded in a massive burst of light. And then, the world let out a roar of victory. The evil was cleansed and life was then born anew on the battle site where Garfield vanquished Reggio. Everyone was partying and dancing like it was a fantasy come true. Meanwhile, Garfield was relaxing in bed with his new girls. They had spent their time giving him his just reward for being a hero.
Oh my god.
Lee, I was right.
No.
Garfield, you're amazing, Satsuki murmured. Oh, Garfield, I never want you to go, Ryuko purred.
Oh my god.
Garfield, you're the best, Nonon giggled.
Oh my god.
Teehee.
I love you, Garfield, Mako piped up. I know, girls. Life is great when you have beautiful babes, a hot body, and most of all, good lasagna.
Oh my god.
Garfield stated sagely as he grabbed a tray of lasagna and wolfed it down like a god.
Like on his nightstand.
Yeah.
What a man.
He like throws it on Satsuki's ass and eats it off.
Disgusting.
The four gals giggled at their man's antics as they cuddled closer to Garfield, knowing all was right in the world. And as long as there is lasagna, there will always be Garfield.
Whoa.
Yay!
Everybody give that a dynamic rating.
I give it a lasagna out of the oven summoning Ghost Garfield out of 10.
I give it a Beyond Plus Ultra, which Garfield had to go in order to beat Reggio.
Lee, how would you rate this?
I'm gonna give it a 9 because, like, he was a
Nine out
little.
of what?
9 out of 10 because he was a little bit too much virgin, trying to act like I don't give a fuck. I'm the protagonist. I'm powerful. I got this harem. Whatever.
Well, he's not a virgin anymore.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
What do you think he did in bed with those girls?
He didn't give a fuck because he's
What do you
too
think
worried
he
about
did in bed with
lasagna.
that lasagna?
He just.
He wants lasagna. He doesn't want any
just
girls.
looked cool and eat lasagna.
Exactly. He's already a pussycat. You know, it's
So do
whatever.
you think the just reward they gave him was a pan of lasagna?
Probably. Yeah. He doesn't want a fucking kiss on the cheek. He doesn't do that. He risked his life. He wants lasagna. He did this for lasagna and pasta. Like, think about it. That's the only reason he gave a
He
shit.
wants an actual reward.
That's true. That's true. He doesn't have the energy for sex anyway.
Exactly.
He's lazy.
He'll have a heart attack. You gotta think about it.
True.
I'm gonna rate this story a fat piece of lasagna on an even fatter ass.
Oh!
Out of what?
Yeah.
Thanks.
That fat ass.
I'm upset. Oh my god.
Oh, you're gonna be more upset, I'm afraid. I'm up next.
You wanted Garfield, Lee. This is what Garfield is.
True.
This is canon.
I never said I wanted Garfield. This is Blue's fault.
That's a damn lie.
What did you want to do? We can start the podcast over.
No, I love Garfield. It's cool. I mean, I would have picked Scooby-Doo, but you know, screw my opinion. I'm lame.
We already did Scooby-Doo.
We already did a Scooby-Doo episode.
Fuck y'all. Y'all don't like me anymore. Whatever. I'm gonna go. Bye. Thank you for having me.
Okay.
No.
We actually have one Scooby-Doo episode we have to do a part 2 of, so we could do a part 2 of Scooby-Doo with you.
Please. I'm a great host. Not host. Guest.
Hostess.
Guest. But go on. I love
Tell
Garfield.
us a Scooby-Doo joke.
Tell us a Scooby-Doo fanfiction.
Okay. First of all, you can't just put me on the stage. Okay. You can't just do that. I'm not gonna embarrass
That's why
myself.
we're all on the stage.
We can and we have.
No, and I don't know any Scooby-Doo
You said
fanfics.
you love Scooby-Doo, but where's the fanfiction?
I
Where's
just
the
tried to do an
proof?
impression of Garfield screaming like an anime character.
And you did perfect. Just one thing, I don't like Shaggy and Velma being together. So if I hear one fan fiction, I'm just gonna be really negative. I'm just gonna give y'all like a heads up.
Oh no, that's a cursed pair.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
A nerd.
Don't worry, Shaggy never gets his nut in any fanfiction that we've read.
Good, because like
That's true.
a nerd who's going places does not end up with a stoner who just wants to sit down and eat food that it doesn't work.
Mhm.
Whatever. This is Garfield.
Lee, you remember?
We're talking about Garfield.
Daphne and Velma are the ideal pairing,
Exactly.
obviously.
Fair enough.
Lesbian.
Fred's too much of a chump.
Lee,
Yeah?
you remember back when Shaggy had the red shirt and it was Scrappy-Doo and whatnot?
Yeah.
You remember that episode where they went into a bar and like he punched Fred Flintstone?
No, I don't.
That was a good one.
I need to watch that
You
again.
should check out that episode of our podcast.
You know what? I will because I need to work on commissions and stuff, and it's good to hear
Yeah,
funny stuff.
that's actually
Hey.
that's the same one that we have to do a part 2 of, that story. So if you find it and you're like, oh, that was when Shaggy punched Fred square in the nose and he died instantly. That's the same story.
All right, I'll look for that. But like, yeah, I mean, this is actually a really fun podcast, and usually I don't like listening to podcasts because they can get boring. But y'all are really good. I'm entertained. I'm happy.
Thank you.
You better not get off of this. Friggin' you better not say that just because you're on
I'm
here
not.
and immediately
I'm
say all
not.
the rest of ours are boring.
If I
You're gonna-
see you sliding into other people's DMs and trash talking us, you're off the podcast. Live.
Listen here, Blue knows. Well, no, he doesn't really know me like that. But if I have something negative to say, I'll say it to y'all's face because you know honesty's the best policy. And plus, if it was boring, I would not want to be back.
Roast me right here.
I don't know
right
you
now.
like that.
That's even a bad
No,
word.
no,
Call me a bad word.
no.
Go to my Twitter page and scroll through it and tell me
I
what you
don't
like and
know
dislike.
your Twitter. Give me your
Use
Twitter.
one of Palo's ancient
At
lexicon of
SwellTimeG.
slurs.
Hold on, I'll type
Yeah,
it
spell
in.
it because I'm dumb.
Oh my god. Steven, are you gonna do your story?
Yeah, I am. Alright, so, just as a warning, I have not, this showed up under Garfield crossovers and whatnot.
No.
but the description is, this is a collection of semi-short stories and fan fictions. Anything can make it in here. This isn't finished at all. I plan on making more short stories.
Yeah, that's why I didn't pick that one.
So I picked this one to be the wild card because I'm sure this is gonna be interesting.
It's gonna have Velma and Shaggy pairing.
It's gonna be just that.
This is gonna be what makes the podcast end prematurely. Alright, so... Oh boy, this is... Okay, so the chapters are all the levels of hell. So, Chapter 1, The First Step in Hell. Sonic fucks the color yellow.
Oh no.
Right. Sonic was in a bar and was staring at the color yellow. The color yellow was also staring at Sonic and wanted some dick. The color yellow walked up to Sonic and asked to do a fuck. The color yellow waited as Sonic pulled his pants off. They, being the color yellow...
Pants off?
He doesn't wear pants.
You pull his fur down?
I guess. They, being the color yellow and Sonic, fucked in the bar. The bartender let Sonic and the color yellow orgasm before shooting them with the bar shotgun. The shotgun blast killed both Sonic and the color yellow, leaving their guts and brains to paint the walls. End of Chapter 1.
Is the color yellow like somebody's handle?
I don't know.
Okay, let's look it up in case we have to bleep it.
Yeah?
No, I'm not doing that.
Alright,
Alright.
yeah. The color yellow.
I'll do it in post.
Okay, post. Alright, Chapter 2, The Second Step in Hell. Sonic fucks the letter A! It was a snowy day in the middle of Silent Hill. There was a piano melody playing and not a soul around. Sonic walked the streets searching for something, but he knew he would never find it. A knife he grasped in his cold hands. It was once his father's.
His cold, gloved hands.
He
The only
walked...
part of him that would be warm in the snow.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna imagine that's Garfield.
So
you can
I have it's upsetting.
Just replace Sonic with Garfield.
Yeah.
His gloved hands. Garfield's gloved hands.
Yeah.
He walked all over the desolate and destroyed town searching, but for no avail. Just then out of the thick fog he heard a whine, a cry for help or out of pain. He would soon find out as his lost soul's fate. He paused for a moment before running straight into the fog. All thoughts of threat seemed to pass him by. As soon as he was about 5 feet away from the person or monster, he called out to it. Suddenly the faint whine stopped and Sonic could hear footsteps. "Are you okay?" Sonic asked. "Ah," the letter A said.
I forgot it was the letter A.
What in the goddamn? Sonic seemed to pause before ending while entering into a state of confusion. A human-sized letter A stood before him, seeming to stare right at him. The member of the alphabet was also naked. Its hexagonal vagina and square-shaped boobs seemed to jump out and grope Sonic by themselves. "What the fuck?" asked Sonic said. "Ah," ecstatically said the letter.
Sonic fucking unfuckable inanimate objects and concepts.
I swear, I better not be all of these.
What level of hell do you think Garfield's gonna be on?
Oh, I hope it's 7. Oh my god.
I bet 4.
A screamed the letter A out loud, alerting the presence of a certain pyramid-headed monster. Aye, it's stroking... What the fuck? "I bet you like that, you alphabetic slut," Sonic said as he was about to come.
Yeah, this is happening.
The silent streets of the silent town of Silent Hill weren't so silent anymore. What a sentence!
I love the cold.
Jesus Christ. Sonic finally came. The cum went straight through the A-hole and hit the asphalt they just fucked on.
Gross.
Ah,
What a bad description.
Ah! Screamed the male A in horror.
This is really funny. I love the letter A.
I don't
Lee,
get
can I
it.
get you on the description for the physical art of this, please? Thank you.
What?
Make a podcast animated for this.
Yeah.
Okay, of course.
Get
Yeah,
on
of
it.
course. Yay. And I'll die.
Yo. screamed the male A in horror. You said it. I don't know why it was red, Sonic said, not knowing that a penis-shaped sword was about to be swung straight through him. The letter A, period. Tried to get up, but it got stabbed by the mannequin fucker.
Not the letter A.
What the fuck was that noise, Sonic asked? Your demise, said James, regret and depression. Ah, Sonic
Hold
said
on, let me
quickly.
just break this down. Sonic was fucking this letter A, and then it got sliced by a giant sword, and then Sonic, as if he didn't just watch this happen with his dick inside of it, said, what the fuck was that noise? As if he, like, didn't see what just happened.
Do you like that they waited to specify that it was a male letter A after they already said it had a fucking vagina?
Yeah, I don't... Whatever.
Oh my god. Your
Oh my
demise,
God.
said James, we're getting depression. Ah, Sonic said quickly, thinking to add an H to the end so he doesn't get copyrighted. Pyramid Head then used the cock knife to kill himself because the main character obviously cannot die. Sonic then put his blue pants to cover his hedgehog cock and ran for the loud hill.
No.
The Loud Hills. Opposite of Silent Hills, I guess.
I guess so. End of chapter 2. Chapter 3. Winner, winner. I am an old man. I fuck children dinner. I
don't know if you should be reading this.
Oh.
Oh, we're reading this.
Oh my
I'm
god.
sorry, this caught me off guard. I'm an old man. I fuck chicken dinner. Late at
Oh, chicken.
I guess
You said something else in
I-
your slur.
I did. I'm sorry. Late at night when the sun don't shine, I was eating a dinner of chicken. The chicken was a good dinner. I became aroused by the idea of the chicken fuck. I tore my pants off and shoved chicken into my bright balls and thrust. Chicken. Cat, all caps, chick in. I screamed as the chicken was getting fucked. I decided to step it up a notch and brought out a glass of milk, to which I used as lubrication.
Why milk?
It's good for your calcium.
Disgusting.
I lubricationed. I lubricationed the chicken and the cock.
This is so disgusting.
Put them close together and make the chicken fuck. It was a good time indeed. The chicken fuck had happened. Oh my god! I went back to eating the chicken. But this time I ate the chicken, not fucked the chicken. I went to sleep that night, dreaming of the chicken. It was a good day. Oh my god! That killed me.
I know.
Steven
was a
physically
good day.
died while he was reading that. He's so red.
Oh.
I wasn't expecting them to put an ED after lubrication.
Lubrication.
Stupid shit like that hits me so hard, you have no idea.
I feel like
Okay.
we're always so phlegmy from crying and laughing during these.
Yeah.
It's not a very flattering podcast.
It's okay, it's okay.
It's all about having fun.
Alright. Chapter 4. Glop Trop. Glop Trop.
I see we've devolved even further beyond.
Why are all these fucking Glop?
This is stupid.
Beyond, like, inanimate concepts to just
Where's
gibberish.
Garfield?
He's coming.
Glop Trop slowly stuck his dick out like a lollipop and made...
Who's Gloptrop? Hold on. How do you spell Gloptrop?
Glop Trop.
Okay. You keep reading.
Alright. Gloptrop slowly stuck his dick out like a lollipop and make Miss Gloptrop open her throat for the enormous cock sandwich that was about to be pushed in her mouth like a mother forcing her child to eat broccoli.
I don't think Gloptrop is anything.
Good.
It's an OC.
Great. Gloptrop and Miss Gloptrop. When am I gonna draw them?
They're horny.
Oh boy.
At least they're married.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna glop, Gloptrop said as he looked into Miss Gloptrop's eyes as she began to cry. What's the matter?
No.
What's the matter, Miss Gloptrop? I know you love my big glop cock. My glop hole is shrinking and you must force your cock inside it more for the glop hole not to shrink like it's doing right now.
That's true.
Gloptrop shoved his cock deep into Miss Gloptrop with a force the great Glop himself was powerless against.
I've been there before.
The hole that is my glop hole is beginning to take the shape of your cock, the Miss Gloptrop said as she began shit-posting porn on fanfiction.net!
You're reading a meta.
Oh my god! This guy just wrote this all by fucking his girlfriend, I guarantee.
Oh my god. Imagine having copulation with such a terrible man.
Imagine, like, bending hunched over, like, clacking your keyboard as you're fucking a girl.
Yeah, she's like standing there looking like the Eiffel Tower or something so you can reach your dang keyboard.
Oh my god. I hate
Oh my
these
God.
fanfictions. Oh my god.
This isn't even Garfield.
I know
Not
these are all
yet.
jokes, but like I want like one where someone's like legitimately being serious.
Right.
Cause that's the funny
We'll
stuff.
get to it.
Mm-hmm. That's what we shoot for, and a lot of times we do get those. It's very good.
Yeah.
Garfield, though, is a very memeable character, so it's hard to find that sweet spot.
I'd like to preface that when I was looking for them, I looked for fanfictions within this year because I knew this would be, like, the best time for, like, meme fanfiction type stuff. So this is from December 4th of 2017.
Oh dear.
So this is...
Why do people still use this website?
It's dead.
It's so dead.
We're a podcast.
Whenever we search anything, there's like hundreds of stories from this year.
Right. My god.
Those people, it's like DeviantArt, you know? Why is DeviantArt still alive?
Right.
Uh-huh.
I
Yeah, there's
agree.
always a generation.
Oh dear. Gloptrop set his steaming cock aside Miss Gloptrop's glop hole. That was a rush if I have ever felt a rush before, Miss Gloptrop said, while collecting Gloptrop's baby liquid out of her glop hole.
What the fuck?
The two then switched positions as Gloptrop pressed down on his own cock and made a nice cock-sized hole out of it.
Whoa, cool.
Wow.
Ew.
Let's see here. Miss Gloptrop did the same, but also the complete opposite. I'm mad.
I don't like this story.
It's almost
They're
over.
swapping genders.
Miss Gloptrop is now a Gloptrop, and Gloptrop is now a Miss Gloptrop. The new Gloptrop now got out its wet and moisture-inducing cock out and targeted the glop hole of Miss Gloptrop. The thrusting was immense and powerful because the new Gloptrop always was better at this part than the last part of taking the cock. Wow, your cock is so good in my glop hole, said the new Miss Gloptrop. After the fucking session that occurred between the two Gloptrops, they threw their used cocks and glop holes into the used pile and turned on Birdemic and waited until the fuck clock rung again.
Turned on the movie Birdemic?
Yeah.
Cool.
Alright, 5, we're almost done. Oh my god!
Oh, it's
Oh,
thick.
This
my.
one's thick, guys. Bear with me. Sniper Ghost Warrior Review.
Oh.
This is just a review of a video game! Next chapter!
Sniper, Ghost, and Warrior.
Ah!
All three of those words mean something else. Sniper Ghost Warrior is a title of a certain game of
It's
which
a
I
PS3
fucking
game.
hate.
It's real, I know.
Why do I hate this so much? It is the oversaturated green and semen-filled vegetation.
This was written by like a 14-year-old.
I'm
I hate this.
upset.
Skip it!
I want to see his conclusion. Okay,
Yippee.
overall I would rate the game a 7 out of 10. If you think
He gave it a fair review after that opening? Are you kidding me?
If you think this contradicts everything I've said before, then you're right.
Well, there it is.
The real reason I actually love this game is because, well, it's similar to Birdemic. Terribly bad, filled with original yet shitty ideas, and an absolute insulting execution. Alright, 6. Sonic attempts to fuck the letter H.
Are you kidding
was
me?
In this
Another letter?
There's no hole on that one.
Sonic was in his house and decided to leave to fuck the letter H.
Well,
He gets up and he slams the door open. I'm gonna fuck H.
Hey Sonic, where are you going? Asked Tails as Sonic was putting his dick on.
Not now,
on!
No.
I'm gonna go fuck the letter H. You?
He tells him. Not even discreet.
He's gotta.
I'm gonna go fuck the letter H. You? Said Sonic with his trademark smile. I'm gonna go masturbate to my vagina, said female Tails. Okay.
Okay. 2?
As Sonic was
He's looking in a mirror.
Okay.
as Sonic was walking down the street, another face got in his way. Hey, how's it going? Asked Knuckles. Well,
Not now, Knuckles. Like I told Tails, I'm gonna go fuck H. Get out of my way.
pretty well, I'd say. I'm gonna go fuck the letter H, said Sonic ecstatically. Sounds cool, bro. I'm gonna have a threesome, Knuckles said, preparing to break the door down of a lovely old couple's house.
He's gonna enforce a threesome. Oh no.
Sonic walked further and further until he came across Amy. Hey Sonic, what are you gonna do? Asked Schumer while eating a chili dog with semen on it instead of chili.
What a twist.
I'm gonna go fuck the letter H, said Sonic in a not-so-friendly manner.
I don't like you. Don't ask me that. But if you gotta know, I'm gonna go fuck the letter H.
Sounds good. Hey, is that Knuckles over there punching my parents' front door down? Asked the whale. Nope, Sonic said, so Amy doesn't call the police on his friend. Sonic walked further and further until he was only 100 blocks away from the letter H's house. Hey Sonic, what? Shadow's head was blown off at near point blank range by a man who had just robbed a 99-cent store.
Why would you do that?
Holy shit, Shadow! Sonic screamed, seeing his friend lay dead with his brains on the floor. The culprit was none other than Eggman.
Eggman shot him with his egg gun.
You bastard! Shadows was my only friend! Sonic said loudly, but not exclamation mark loudly, as he ran after the motherfucker.
Not that loud.
Sonic chased him, and he chased him to no avail. Eggman was far too powerful.
Too fast in a foot race. Too powerful.
Sonic lost a friend that day and never got him back!
Sonic lost a foot race to Eggman.
and never
got it
won.
back.
Oh my god. Tails witnessed a brutal double rape that day through a window, and Amy Schumer kept existing for some reason. Eggman got away with his crime, and the letter H committed suicide the day because of lack of Sonic Cocknick, Robotnik Cocknick. So he just gave up the last 3 words.
It just ends Robotnik Cocknick.
Fucking hell.
Sure does.
Oh my god. Alright, last chapter.
I swear to God, if there's no Garfield in this one.
Well, it has no title, so I can't say for sure. Whoa, wait, I'm looking at the Discord chat real quick. Well, I'm not. What's going on here? Oh, dear. Lee, I'm not a fan of what you just sent.
It's quality.
Lee, why don't you tell our audio listeners what you just sent?
I just sent picture Garfield, and I'm disappointed there's no Garfield in the story except for Sonic. I hate Sonic.
Describe it. Reap what you sow.
I didn't say anything. I said, "Where's the Garfield?" I'm disappointed.
That's a damn lie. George, put up the photo.
Put up Garfield hentai on YouTube.
Oh, that's why you sent the Garfield.
Steven, did you draw
hentai.
this?
No. No.
The niche Garfield hentai family-friendly blog.
Family Guy block. Oh, dear.
I didn't.
Alright, final
Alright.
chapter.
The seventh
What?
circle.
Seventh circle. Sonic hates school plays, so he usually goes in the bathroom and nuts until it turns red. This time...
Is that bringing you back?
No. I don't like this.
brings me back.
That
This-
doesn't sound like Garfield.
This time the bathroom trip was different. Man, that play sure is boring. Good thing I asked to go play with myself during the stupid play that is boring. As
I have a feeling a kid wrote this about a lot of real life experiences, like Ghost Recon, and nutting in the bathroom instead of watching school plays.
Yeah, one of his short stories was just a video game review.
One of his circles of hell was a review of Ghost Recon.
Number 6!
A sniper
Shadows.
ghost warrior.
Sniper Shadow Ghost Warrior.
God. As Sonic took a step in the cock-drawn walls and shit-coated ceiling stalls,
Whoa.
he could hear someone. Sonic knew he was masturbating. As soon as he made
I
nut,
knew it.
As he was also masturbating.
as soon as he made nut, he screamed like that one episode of American Dad where Stan starts masturbating.
Yeah, you know. Sonic's favorite show. Right.
I've seen that
Same.
episode.
Yeah.
I have not.
Go. See, Sonic kicked down the door because he likes to be alone while he cuts the head off the chicken and lets it run around. It was none other than Dave, the intern from Sonic Boom!
That's not Garfield.
Oh no. He was stroking it like the day after tomorrow.
Oh yeah, this is happening.
Dave, why are you here? I thought there was supposed to be a harem. Finally, Sonic, I caught you! After 20 years, I finally have you! Dave said with his cock still in his hand.
I wonder if Dave's gonna get his cum.
Fuck.
Who bets that Dave gets to nut?
I'm
I
upset.
bet it.
I bet he does not.
Hey, Lee, look up Dave the intern. It's a really mad sight.
Dave the
Fuck off.
intern.
Fuck off, Dave, Sonic said.
Kicks his stall open and tells him to fuck off.
Sonic said with all F's capital and shut the door on Dave's hard knob.
Oh no!
Ow.
Dave, no!
Not
As
his
if
mom.
Dave stood up and walked close enough for him to do that.
Dave is pretty lanky, you'd be surprised. Sonic decided. Oh, let's see here. Oh my god. Fuck off, Dave. Shut the door. Now Sonic was here to do what he came here to do. Sonic went for the retarded stall because that's where he feels the most at home.
You mean the handicapped stall?
Oh my god.
Yeah, you know, the retarded stall.
That's awful.
This is horrible. Oh my god. I lost my place, damn it.
Well, he has two braces on one buck tooth.
Yeah.
They're pulling his tooth apart.
They're fixing him.
only to find that it was occupied. Sonic decided to barge in because it worked so well the last time.
Garfield.
Come on.
The shitting bandito was the letter 1, all primed and ready
Nope, it was the letter 1. Who could have guessed?
I thought it might have been Garfield, but it was in fact the letter 1?
The letter
for
1.
the letter 1.
The letter 1.
The letter 1.
God dang it.
Looks like this chili dog is about to get it on. Sonic told his...
Why does Sonic love fucking the letters?
Why is this Sonic?
Where's
Have you
Garfield?
been so horny that anything is sexable?
Except for the intern.
Well, yeah, he's gross.
That'd be gay.
Yeah.
Sonic assumed the position, and the...
Assume the position? Okay, I would just like to say the letter 1, if it's a proper 1 with the separated bottom, you can't, like, his butt would be on the bottom of the letter.
Right.
That'd be a tough rape.
1 is not a letter!
Oh my god. It's a number.
God.
If 1 was a letter, it would definitely be the proper 1 with the separated bottom.
Right. Anyhow, Sonic assumed the position, and the number slid up of his hole.
Okay,
He
at
did
least
not-
they addressed my concern. I'll give him that.
He did not need a condom because all number 1s in this universe are sterile, and the female number 1s are barren.
They just called him a number right there!
Some joke, I don't know. IDK. After the number 1 firmly slid inside him, he activated his drill power, twisting at the speed of light akin to that one scene from Jackass 2, where
Whoa.
the guy buys a golden dildo, shot up his asshole at high speeds.
I can't. So the number 1 stuck his dick in Sonic, and then Sonic spin dashed with him in there.
No, he span at high speeds.
1 spun around.
The letter 1, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Why is there numbers and why is there Sonic?
Where's Garfield, Steven?
Yeah,
We'll see,
Steven.
there's still some left. Sonic wasn't ready for this type of pressure and strength. He has to place both of his feet on the ground to make sure he was stable. Sonic needed to scratch his feet, so he's brought his feet to his hand, and then
He
all of
needed
a
to
sudden...
scratch his feet.
So he
You're gonna
brought-
Deus Ex Machina this plot point into the story?
While he's getting
What does that
rammed.
even mean?
I'm shook. Sonic needed to scratch his feet, so he brought his feet to his hand, and then all of a sudden the cock consumed his mobility. He lost all balance and went spinning around. I need to get off this amusement ride, Sonic screamed out. Because of the drill being so loud, no one heard it. Dave must have been very horrified and couldn't move. He would have gotten the teacher, but there were none. The little one finally stopped fucking Sonic and made him fly off. His asshole is stretched beyond repair, but hedgehogs can just grow a new asshole.
What?
He thanked the new number 1 for a fuckering to remember the left on his merry way. Well, that's the end.
Yay!
Okay.
Why was this under Garfield?
I'm upset.
I'm
I've been
gonna
lied
rate-
to.
I'm gonna rate that a Garfield minus Garfield. Because there was no Garfield.
There we go. Perfect. Just tile it. Collection of Garfield minus Garfield scenes.
0 out of
Do you think it
0.
would have been a better story if he had Garfield in it?
Yeah.
I would have liked it more.
I mean, like, in place, like, the same scenes, but Garfield was just there.
Yeah, it'd be better.
George, replace every instance of Sonic
Right.
with Garfield.
Oh yeah, this is happening.
Garfield's so much
Every
better.
time I say Sonic, make it say Garfield.
I'm glad Garfield wasn't subjected to that story. I would have felt bad for him.
Garfield's stronger than Sonic.
You think Garfield could win against, like, Sonic in a, arm
In an arm wrestle?
Yes.
wrestle?
He beat Raggio.
That's true. Yeah, I'd say probably.
They both have like 2-inch wide arms.
Good.
Garfield's got some ham hocks though.
Yeah, as we just heard, I'm sure Garfield would probably do him in.
Eli, read your
Alright.
actual Garfield story.
Bring this back to the Garfield cast, please.
Yes.
I will.
This better not be another Mr. Globtrop.
Let me get a little bit of water. I'm not able to talk.
Okay.
Okay,
Alright.
water break.
Intermission.
Drink.
Okay.
Drink.
Okay.
Take a beer.
Okay. I will.
Okay, cool.
This is that part where we say we're gonna do a commercial, but then never do it.
You're right. Lee, do a commercial.
Yeah. No.
Do a commercial for
I'm
beer.
upset. I
Me too,
hate
don't
Sonic.
worry.
You don't understand.
You're making me mad.
You know what?
That cuts
You know
deep.
what? Good. Good. No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
Damn, what can I say?
We always have these like water breaks in between because we just need them. Oh, and he got a shock top. That's real good instead of water.
What the fuck?
We always say we're gonna like write some commercial and like put it in the middle of it, but we never do.
It's okay.
Oh
I
my
need a water
God.
also. It didn't help. I took one swig and I was like, this is worse.
Do you know anyone that wants to sponsor a podcast? We can put it in here.
I don't know anybody. I don't know a lot of people.
Oh, that's okay. It doesn't hurt to ask. You know, we'll get back to you another time.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't even know how that would work, but like, if you, I'll ask Blue tomorrow because
Yeah.
I'm like getting tired and then I don't know what I'm saying or I won't comprehend, so it's not a good time to ask me questions.
Okay.
So
That's
yeah.
part of the fun.
No.
Staying up till 11:30 doing a fanfic.
Listening to Gloptrop porn.
Gloptrop. This podcast is brought to you by Gloptrop. Fictional characters.
Hot.
That fuck.
Pansexual as fuck.
No.
Yes.
Alright.
Lee, what if you and Palo got together and you found out he was like Gloptrop and he could go either way?
What?
You heard
What?
me.
Usually the episodes aren't this specifically sexually charged. Usually it's like implied because the authors are kids.
Right.
But anyways, on to the story.
Yeah.
Here we go. Rocky was in the boxing ring, looking at his opponent who stared back at him with brooding eyes. Rocky knew this man had every intention of killing him, for he was planning on killing America. Known only as Vesco, the last fighter for the dying Soviet Union group who had tried to destroy America the first time. But Rocky would not allow this. The bell rang and the two circled each other like chickens in a single bead of bread. Vesco punched Rocky, who took the pain in stride but took note. His punch felt as heavy as metal, and force too quick for any human. Rocky had his turn, getting a few hits on Vesco, but it seemed to be that these punches did very little, as Vesco only shifted glances at the audience. He threw a punch at Rocky, and this punch put Rocky to the floor. Rocky tried to get up from the ground, but he could not as his strength had suddenly been staunched. The count came in and out of his ears, listening to the crowd cry his name as well as his wife. Adriana cried and cried, seeking her husband move around in the ring like a towel above a mouse. When the bell rang, her heart shattered and she fell to the ground. Rocky got one last look at Vesco before he fainted, seeing the man's eyes stare down at him. Target 1 neutralized, and then he fainted. Meanwhile, Garfield was at a bar in the desert,
Oh my god.
drinking lasagna whiskey as he flirted with beautiful babes.
Lasagna whiskey.
What
Sounds
the
good,
fuck?
huh?
Disgusting.
Goddamn.
Nice hard drink.
Nice hard lasagna.
Ugh, alcoholic lasagna. Would make your throat feel so bad. Drinking lasagna whiskey as he flirted with beautiful babes, who giggled and gave numbers and keys to their place.
Just like Garfield.
Please, visit me any time, Garfield, one of them said as she left the bar. You ladies must be snake charmers because you are making the snake in my pants dance. The
Oh!
ladies laughed and reached for his pants.
Yes!
When they all suddenly heard the news.
He doesn't wear pants.
Good.
Good news.
Easy
he
access.
doesn't wear
He's wearing a
pants.
comical cowboy outfit like in the cartoons.
He's wearing chaps and no pants underneath.
Oh no.
Nice. This just in. Rocky Balboa has been sent into the hospital after boxing match with Russian boxing sensation Vesco. It has not yet been determined if he live or die. The news reporter began to cry into his palms, something quite uncontrollable, making the station cut to the weather, which would be raining vengeance. Garfield, where are you going? Said beautiful woman who watched him. I am going to be seeing a friend, Garfield told them, walking out of the bar and into his Corvette.
That classic Garfield Corvette.
He drove through the desert, seeing the desert creatures and men living on cactus because of the madness they have endured during their stay. Then he made it into the greener pastures, driving down the road to New York on the highway. Yeah, you know, the desert goes straight to New York.
Yeah, Route 66.
But he was stopped by a Russian aircraft. No words were shared, only bullets seeking to destroy. Garfield jumped out of the Corvette, dodging the bullets while they butchered the car before it suddenly exploded.
Those Russians.
Garfield looked back at the fire, seeing the smoke rise from its heated tendrils and block the view of the ship. But Garfield ran through the smoke, jumping towards the ship before making impact. Garfield broke through the steel of the aircraft tip and tore out the machines and sides before entering,
Oh no.
seeing Russians left and right aiming guns at him. Hold! Garfield held his hands up, placing his one hand in his pocket. I must have cigarette. The Russians let him grab cigarette, but immediately died from pocket machine gun.
No.
Garfield pulled a fast one on him.
I must have cigarette. God.
Ugh.
Perfect.
Garfield spun in motion to aim the gun everywhere, shooting every Russian that had aimed their guns at him. Afterwards, he pulled out lasagna cigarette and lit it with gunfire.
Lasagna cigarette.
Oh, that's so much to absorb.
That is.
It's such a thick cigarette.
Oh.
Just smoking a lasagna.
Smoking a fat square of lasagna.
Fucking slurping on the sauces.
Stuffed with tobacco leaves.
God.
He walked into the driver's station, I assume they mean cockpit, where he saw two Russians operating ship. You have poor driving skills, Garfield commented, gaining their attention. Let me teach you. He shoved one into the window, the wind breaking through like water, and the other he tied to the wheel in a downwards direction before it crashed into the ground.
Oh my god.
Amidst the fire and smoke, the carnage of the machine and man, walked out Garfield. He bore no scars, but only the blood of his enemies, before cleaning himself off with waters of the ocean. Afterwards, he made his way to the hospital where Rocky was. He lay in the hospital bed, covered in bandages and attached to an oxygen machine. He was broken, but his eyes opened with strain. Garfield, he gasped. His hand was raised weakly, signaling Garfield to come over. Garfield sat by his friend. Sorrow was shown quite clearly on his face. I am here, Rambo.
What the fuck?
Just gonna call him Rambo?
Oh my
A
god.
little offensive.
Rambo.
I am not Rambo. I put that life behind me. Garfield had forgotten that. It had been so long since the two had fought together, especially during World War I, the one in the future. You have to avenge me, and me and my Adriana. He fainted, out of all the stress and anger he was feeling. Garfield grabbed Rocky's hand and squeezed it in his own manly hand. I will. I will. Garfield knew he had to train to defeat this man of Russia, so he went to a car shop and had the cars hung from the ceiling, punching and kicking them. He went on with this for days until it was time for Phase 2.
Oh no.
For days. He went to a car shop. He's like, listen, all these cars, hang them up there.
I'm gonna punch them for days.
Close your shop for days while I train.
Days.
Anyways. How are you holding up, Lee?
This story.
Yeah.
I'm upset because, like, how they write all the Garfield stories is just so over the top, and it's always something like having, like, lasagna related things, which I understand, and then there's women
so
involved.
cool.
I'm like, what the fuck? Where's his harem?
You should draw a Garfield harem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll draw it. I draw all of us into him.
Oh no.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Yeah, it's perfect, see?
That would be nice. I was saying oh no to the next sentence I was about to read.
Oh my god.
So the last one ended with he was ready, until it was time for phase 2.
Steven likes to be drawn as his OC.
Yeah.
It's true.
You can just watch one of my videos and pick one of my costumes.
Okay.
They're all pretty good.
That's okay. You know what? Yeah, I can do that. I still owe Blue his birthday gift, so I'll just draw him like a shit ton of Garfields. I'll scrap all the other ideas I had for him and just give him a bunch of
His face
fucking
went from happy to
Garfield.
sad as you said
I know,
that.
I know, it did. He's
That
like,
makes me mad.
no, this bitch can't do this to me.
Cut the cast.
He was like doing a jig, and then he heard Garfield, and he like stopped, like he got stopped in Dio's time field.
You know I'm not gonna do that to you. You know I'm not gonna do that, okay?
I won't know till I see.
You know
it.
what?
Do it for me though.
Okay, sure.
Thanks.
I'll give you the complete
Do it for
opposite.
him.
I'll give you what
Do
Blue
it again.
wanted for his birthday. I'll just, switch, like, just a switch. He gets all the Garfield stuff, you get all the asses and the Steven Universe stuff. It's great, it's perfect.
Yo.
That'd be pretty sweet, actually.
I'm sorry,
Anyway,
but go on.
He went on with this for days until it was time for phase 2. He traveled back in time during the age of He traveled back in time during the age of dinosaur and went one-on-one with a T-Rex. He dodged its massive jaws and gave it a big gaping hole that showed through his stomach.
Jesus.
But then the other dinosaurs saw and became angered by this display of violence. "You have killed a brother of the dinosaur," they said. "Now you die."
He's training to fight some Russian dude.
Garfield fought each and every one, breaking their long necks and headbutting the massive beasts. The pterodactyls flew in and Garfield leaped into the air, punching their beaks and kicking their hearts asunder.
Why'd they go back in time?
It was phase 2. After he left, all history books told the true end of the dinosaurs, Garfield. Phase 2 is
just
rewriting
knew.
history.
God.
Phase 3 came. Garfield ran through the country, pouring lasagna on himself as he ran with sweat,
That is
eating
hot.
lasagna for recharge.
Oh my god.
Thick layers of noodle.
That's hot.
He saw all the American landmarks and having the American people cheer him on as he ran into the ocean, where God froze the water for Garfield to run on. The babes of heaven watched Garfield run with desire and want, their wings flapping as their hearts fluttered. He ran through the iced ocean, seeing the Africa nation, Asia, Europe, and many countries before the ice suddenly broke apart. Garfield saw on the cracks face a Soviet logo, which informed Garfield the last of the last Soviets were trying to stop him with any means possible. Garfield took the Kraken's tendrils and jumped around the giant creature, tying his arms around its neck before it could realize his pain. It fell to the ground, I guess underwater, and felt the hands of justice pummel its face till it died. He returned to America, ready for his bout with Vesco. The people cheered him as he returned, while the Russians looked at him with disdain. "Why is Cat not dead?" they bitterly whispered to themselves. Vesco watched Garfield, however, studying him as he walked through the streets, sensing Garfield's weaknesses. But Garfield was prepared. His hands were firm as steel. His muscles gave a faint glow. People looked at him with awe and fear. He flexed his muscles, his veins showing as well as his lasagna lady tattoo. Before the match,
This bitch.
John Arbuckle came by with to wish Garfield good luck. I wish you good luck, Garfield. There's things I sense. I wish you good luck, Garfield. There's things I sense. However, that may cause more danger. But Garfield only smirked. That is good thing, John Arbuckle. Do not worry. Then he walked towards the entrance of the stadium. The music began. The crowd goes wild with anticipation. With song of unpatriotic foolishness as crowd boos. He makes a note to annihilate crowd later. Then Garfield comes out with manly jam that he has wrote. Raging lasagna lover. The crowd cheered, watching him walk calmly, slowly. Vesco watched him as he did Garfield watching Vesco, both staring at each other. The crowd screams with fan commotion and music blared, but it is all become mute under each other's eyes. The sound of breathing echoed from Garfield, as Vesco did not breathing. When they were in the ring together, the referee looked at Garfield and saw his hands were bare. Where are your boxing gloves, Garfield? The referee asked. Garfield looked down at him. Boxing gloves are for women to cook with.
What?
Oh my god!
Fuck.
Yeah,
Jesus
Lee.
Christ,
Hold on,
Garfield.
can I say something?
Yeah.
I hate how they make Garfield like the nerdy boy who has like all this sex appeal. He has muscles for being a lazy fuck, and all he eats is lasagna. And he has muscles, and he's like getting all the ladies.
Yeah,
what the fuck? I don't get it.
Yeah, what's wrong? What's wrong with that?
What's
It's
different from him than
scientifically
us?
not correct. Because if you just eat pasta all day, you're gonna get fat. And if you don't work out, you're gonna be fat unless your body type is not like that. Okay? So this is
He
making
burns
me
it off, and the meat from the lasagna gives him the protein he needs to get big muscles.
He has no
Look,
friends.
Daddy
He
kicks
has no
Odie
friends.
off every 5 seconds.
He kicks Odie's ass day and night to get strong.
He's like Frieza with that one guy. He just beats him till he can't feel it anymore.
That's horrible. But how does he have all these ladies?
How could you call Garfield Frieza?
I mean, have you heard about the guy tonight?
He's pretty strong.
Alright, Lee, if Garfield can't teach me how to get girls, how do I get girls?
Okay, real talk. I'm gonna give y'all like an actual thing, okay?
Uh-huh.
Oh shit.
If you want a girl to like you, legitimately have confidence. If you don't have confidence, fake it till you make it. I promise you, there is nothing more that gets a woman just so excited than a man who's confident and is funny. That shit will get you places. Just telling
I am
you.
hilarious, so that's already halfway
If,
there.
if you have humor, just add the whole confidence or fake confidence and keep telling yourself you're confident, and I promise you, you will have a lady. Promise you.
Is that why Garfield has so many ladies?
You know, yeah, you just gotta pretend you have confidence or have that because women love that. They're suckers
How
for
many ladies does Palo have?
it. He only has
How
one.
confident is he?
Confident up for one.
Lee, how many times have you put on boxing gloves to cook for Garfield?
Sadly, 0.
Are you gonna do that for Palo?
Fuck no, he can cook for himself.
He's gonna. You're gonna meet him and he's gonna sit his ass on the couch and he's gonna go. Bones! Bones! Bones!
He
Shrimp!
he already
You're gonna help him unpack and he's
knows.
gonna have boxing gloves in there.
I'll be like, adios. Get
He's
the
gonna
fuck out of my house.
He's gonna
Don't say,
sit down
oh
on the
no, I
couch
know
with
what
a
that means.
He's gonna sit down on the couch with a wife beater tank top and burp real loud.
He just slips onto it as his ass is about to hit the seat of his couch.
Yeah, I'm not living like that. And second of all, he doesn't
Not
like
good.
wife beaters. I've already tried to have him get into that. He's like, no, I don't like it. I'm like, okay, damn.
That's good.
I'm really
Wife
mad.
beaters never look good.
They're
I'm
comfortable.
never.
Yeah,
No.
that's about it.
They're comfortable.
Lee, I'm glad you told me that. I'm never gonna let him live that day.
Good.
They're comfortable, that's for sure, but
They're not appealing.
it is by far the least attractive article of clothing.
Well, we
They're
all have
definitely
different
a stay
opinions.
indoors type of clothes.
Well, yeah, that's the whole point. Like, not out. If I see anybody wear them outside, I'm just like, you're disgusting.
Yeah, you beat your wife.
Lee, what would you do if you met me and the first article of clothing you notice is a wife beater?
I mean, if I was like, we were like close friends, I would have been like, why are you wearing that? This is the first time we're meeting and you want to wear that. Like, I got up
You don't
early.
feel cool?
No, like, I got up early to make a good impression and then you come out like that.
With all a wife beater and short shorts and no shoes.
I used to wear suspenders a lot. What if I brought those back?
You wear those over the wife beater.
That's
Yeah,
true.
I mean, you know what? Just wear what
You
you
also
want.
used to wear a traffic vest.
What?
Oh, Lee, my God! I used to wear a fucking crossing guard vest in high school.
It was cool.
It was.
Oh my
I still
god!
have it in my closet.
I mean, I wouldn't bully you, but I would have been like, I would have definitely come up and like, what are you doing?
You pull his straps from behind and snap him on his back.
No, like,
Now Steven slays puss left and right.
You're right, man.
oh my
Yeah, he
God.
takes her to his bedroom and then puts the vest on and says, "How does it feel?"
To illuminate the atmosphere.
It's true.
All he needs is one trickle of light through the window, and then he could light up the room.
I'm
Hold on, it's
upset.
almost dawn. I got something.
At least it was like an anime vest or something. Like this one kid would wear like the Akatsuki jacket to school. Same with the Attack on Titan shit. I'm like, I can.
Dang, what a cool guy.
One of our friends has that big Akatsuki jacket, and he wore it to one of our nightly Denny's meetings.
We've worn worse things to Denny's, I'm sure.
Oh, that's probably true.
I would have
Yeah.
walked up and I would have got up and walked away. And...
It was for the meme, I promise you.
Oh my god, no! I hate anime, but I love it. I hate myself for loving it.
Lee, what would you do if one day, if your first time meeting, being Palo in real life, he came to you in a Akatsuki jacket, but the collar of the jacket was like so high that you could only see his nose and his eyes.
Okay,
And his eyes are wearing dark sunglasses.
I don't know.
Circular like Eggman sunglasses, and his hair was tied back.
I don't know if like you have to meet this, but my vagina would shrivel up and just
Oh
die.
shit!
Whoa.
You get off the airplane and he'd be there in the Akatsuki jacket. In the
I would
airport.
leave. I would be like, I'm not picking your ass up because
And then you slowly see
No.
his arms raised and he holds a sign that says, "For Lee."
No, I'm telling y'all.
Your body would just like implode back into your own vagoo.
You get back on the plane and say, "Take me home."
No, I'm not even kidding. Like, I'm not meeting him if he's not gonna take care of himself. That goes for everybody. If you're gonna embarrass yourself,
Hell
that's on
yeah.
you.
Care of himself.
Yeah.
You're just wearing a jacket.
No,
Come
I'm
on.
fucking-
It's
that
cold.
makes my vagina shrivel up. No one wants to meet him. Listen, I don't want
Well, what
to see
if
them
you-
like that, and I will talk to you. Like, it's with anyone. I'm like,
Lee.
take pride with yourself. Yes.
Lee, what if he did all of this, but he came at you doing his Chilean accent? Like, well, Lee, well, I'm here.
This is such an awkward podcast.
It's gone off
What if
the
he was
rails.
dressed in a very nice
Oh my God.
three-piece suit,
Sorry.
everything looked prim and proper, and he smelled great, but he was wearing the Akatsuki jacket over it, so you couldn't see anything except the jacket.
What part of my
What if he
vagina
put a
would
Mars
shrivel up
bar
and
under his
die?
armpit,
He's
squat.
taking care of himself. He looks
My
nice.
vagina would.
He had to put on a winter coat because it was cold outside, and he only had the Akatsuki.
What if he put a Mars bar in his armpit until it melted and rubbed it in your
Oh,
face?
stop! Crying.
Enough!
This is what
Where's my story?
Garfield. I want Garfield. I want.
We're talking about Garfield.
I hate Sonic. I hate Pillow. I hate them both. I want Garfield. He's the man of the hour. I'm sorry.
Elias, you have.
The crowd screams with fan commotion and music blared, but it all became mute under each other's eyes. The sound of breathing echoed from Garfield, as Vesco did no breathing. When they were in the ring together, the referee looked at Saint Garfield and saw his hands were bare, boxing gloves. "Where are your boxing gloves, Garfield?" the referee asked. Garfield looked down at him.
Hold on, Garfield looked down at him. Garfield's like 2 feet tall.
What?
Steven. Like 1 foot tall.
I just imagine him like Garfield lit in the ring, just like looking at me, he just burps.
He looks down at him and burps, and then he looks back up. Okay. Alright then, the referee shouted. Let the match begin! He just lets him not wear gloves. They clashed against each other like cheese to bread. Vesco punched Garfield, who merely took it with stride as he threw a punch back at Vesco, who spat out oil. Vesco saw that Garfield had become much more powerful than his calculations, so his body expanded. His arms split into a pair of 3 arms, and swinging at Garfield, who blocked each hit till the very last. Garfield gave Vesco a punch to the gut, making him cough out some of his parts before looking up at Garfield. Is he a robot? Was that the idea?
Sure, it's like Rocky 6, I don't know.
Whose fist was descending towards Vesco's face. Vesco tried to dodge with his robotic enhanced speed, but could not, for Garfield was faster, smashing into Vesco's robotic face and tearing his facial skin apart, revealing his now deformed robot face. As he sat exhausted from the combat, Vesco pressed a button out on his arm and spoke. Send him in. Down from the ceiling came, Mr. T? No, Garfield cried. You fought for America! I fight for the money, and the money is against you.
What?
Before he could attack Garfield, however, they faced a missile project that came from the wall, killing thousands of people who attended, and
God.
killing Mr. T. Garfield looked to see his good friend Rocky. Go get him, Garfield! More of the Soviet men came, and Rocky shot at them with his AK-47 in one hand and a shotgun in the other.
He's back to his old rainbow self.
Garfield continued his onslaught with Vesco, who had spikes pop from his body. I will make you bleed, kitty.
What?
I will make you bleed, kitty. He swung his arm at Garfield, who blocked it, but did not expect the spike to enter his skin, ripping into the flesh. Gah! Garfield yelled, feeling his bloodied arm, and Vesco laughed.
No.
Yes, the steel of my spikes are made of fresher metals. America will perish, as will you. Garfield looked up at Vesco, American flags in his eyes. America will never fail, and neither will I. Garfield pulled into himself before his body began to glow, his form raising from the ground higher than Vesco and floating above him as his fur glowed brighter than the Colosseum lights. No one could see it, but Garfield was brutally beating the crap out of Vesco. When it was all over, Garfield landed back on the ring and stood before a broken, torn to pieces, oozed Vesco.
Hot.
The bell rang, and the crowd cheered for Garfield. Rocky came into the ring and hugged Garfield, knowing he was avenged. Confetti rained from the sky, and champagne bottles were opened. When the news people came in, they asked Garfield many things, but Garfield answered them all with one response. As long as I am on this earth, killing bad guys, eating lasagna, and loving the ladies, America will always be safe. Garfield left in his new Corvette, a beautiful woman sitting in the passenger side as he entered, looking at her with saucy eyes. I'm the champ, so I will need to wear you like belt. Garfield quipped as he drove off into the sunset. And then there's an enter, and then the word Finn with a period.
Oh no.
Can I see that real quick?
That is so hot. Garfield's just everything.
Lee, was that you
Yeah.
who got on the Corvette?
That's somehow by a different author than the...
Yeah, I thought you might check that.
Yeah. My God.
A different author who also knows the lore of American
That Garfield's strong and American.
Nothing is better than an American cat with muscles.
True.
I think finishing up that Garfield story really did unclench all the tight vaginas out there in the audience.
Yeah.
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 Steven, what would you rate that?
Let's see here. I'd give that a mean Sylvester Stallone dying in the arms of Garfield.
He didn't die.
Oh, I thought he died.
No, he
No,
came back
he-
and hugged Garfield for avenging him.
Oh, that's right. That's
No,
right.
he'd like passed out from exhaustion.
Right, that's right. Okay. I would give that a one really tired Sylvester Stallone.
I give it a framed still in sepia of Garfield punching a car above Sylvester Stallone's fireplace.
Lee?
I just give it a 10 out of 10 Garfields. Because it had Garfield in it. I'm desperate for
Fair
Garfield,
enough.
you guys. I'm so upset. That Sonic just fucked everything up for me.
you're in luck, because I got one more Garfield I want to read.
This better be
Oh,
fucking
shit.
Garfield. I swear on everything or I'll block you, bet.
Don't worry. I'm gonna jump right into it. Garfield sighed as he placed both of his hands on his face. Being at the Sonic Universe's Station Square Pizza Hut, as he was waiting for a truckload of pizzas to be made, he was sitting at the green counter with Espio staring at him while Silver, Toadette, and Charmy were making the pizzas. You gonna order something, Heathcliff? Espio muttered as he glanced at Garfield.
Damn, got him.
Jesus Christ. Espio ain't playing around.
Garfield sighed as he rolled his left hand. Give me a Pepsi free.
What the fuck?
Oh my god!
I love that. Give me a Pepsi free.
You want a Pepsi, Fatso? You're gonna pay for it, Espio retorted as he snapped back at
Damn,
Garfield.
yeah, right, Garfield.
You want
Try
a Pepsi
again.
Free? Nice try, Fatso.
Garfield grabbed Espio with both of his hands.
Oh no!
Hey, let me tell you something, buddy. I'm
No,
here.
I've heard enough!
No, keep talking.
I can't do this story, it's too funny!
Keep talking in his Garfield voice.
Oh no!
Let me tell you something, buddy. I'm here just to have a good time. Don't mess with me.
He's ordering pizza! What is he gonna have a good time doing?
Eating the pizza.
He just asked for a free Coke!
Free Pepsi.
What? Ah!
Give me a Pepsi free!
Espio smirked as he wasn't frightened by Garfield's threat. And if I do? Several minutes passed by as the Pizza Hut violently shook, with Garfield beating the crap out of Espio as Silver, Toadette, and Charmy all watched. Their jaws
They're
dropped.
just watching this!
Their jaws dropped as Vector stepped out of his office to see Espio severely beaten, with Garfield holding him in the air with his left hand, panting as he was victorious. I told you once and I'll tell you again, Garfield stated as he tossed Espio into an open oven, dusting his hands
What
together
did he tell him once? And
as the oven door slammed shut. Don't mess with me.
He didn't tell him that, did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
He said, don't mess with me, and Espio said, so, and what if I do?
Oh, okay. I got
Oh my
lost.
god. I'm too flustered by the free Pepsi.
Too flustered by the. He asked him for a free Pepsi, and when he says no, he says, "Listen, I'm here to have a good time."
He put his hands on him.
Fight for nothing. Over a
So how did the whole thing with Garfield go? Vector asked as he and Espio were both at home at their chaotic detective agency. Espio let out an annoyed sigh as he folded his arms. Oh, that fat cat got what he wanted. He pretty much loves his food and hates Mondays, typically. Garfield? Charmy giggled as he buzzed in the air, going up to Espio's face. He's my favorite character!
Me?
Didn't Charmy just watch Garfield beat up his friend in a
Yeah.
pizza?
That's why he's his favorite.
I love that guy.
Yes, I'm sure he is, Espio remarked as he pushed Charmy away, sighing of relief.
Pushes him, shoves him with both hands.
At least I don't have to deal with him anymore. And then suddenly a giant Garfield stomped around in Station Square, taking a part of the house as he grabbed Espio, Vector, and Charmy, gobbled them up as he let out a large belch, rubbing his stomach as he smiled.
What the heck?
Is he just
I
perfect?
do
Garfield
enjoy
now?
some meat in my diet, the giant Garfield stated as he chuckled, heading southward towards the sea. Especially when it has a ninja chameleon in the meal.
Okay.
The end.
What?
I
How strange.
I give that one free Pepsi because it deserves it.
Give me a Pepsi free.
Oh my god.
That's like the kind of phonics I would use. Hey George, gonna give me a Pepsi free?
I like how SBO called him Heathcliff.
He got killed.
Oh my god.
I hate how this happened at a pizza place.
At a Pizza Hut in Station Square in Sonic Universe.
Why not at a pasta place or an Italian restaurant?
He wanted Pizza
Fuck
Hut.
pizza.
I give it a good time out of 10.
You wanted to have a good time at Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut, have
He
y'all had
wanted
Pizza
to
Hut?
put his hands on
Disgusting.
someone.
Huh?
Yeah.
You don't like Pizza
It
Hut?
made me throw up, so I don't eat it anymore. If it makes me throw up, I won't eat
I
it.
don't like how it's like an adult restaurant now. Like it's like they've themed to be like a restaurant style pizza place where you sit down. They have like beer and alcohol.
Oh, they
It's
changed
weird.
that shit. What the
Mm.
fuck?
Yeah, like it's geared towards adult males, I assume now, which is weird. I mean, like sure it's a niche market, but like I do not think beer or like alcohol when I think Pizza Hut. Weird.
I mean, that I had like my first or second. No, I had my second birthday party there. At a Pizza Hut.
Did you knock a couple back?
I hate Pizza Hut. I used to love it. Now I don't like it anymore.
I don't know, it changes all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to say. Pizza Hut's probably not my number one though, for sure. Probably like at least fourth, if not lower.
Then what's your number one? Papa John's.
It's hard. I've grown to be fond of Papa John's. They have some good crust, but it's tough.
Okay,
call.
Domino's.
Domino's is hit or miss. I like Domino's flat pizza, like flat crust pizza, pretty good.
Don't tell me you're a Little Caesars guy, because if you are, I'm leaving right now.
Hey.
We live right across the street from one, but not really. Every time I buy one, I regret it immensely.
Okay, good, because I was about to leave this call.
Steven's shaking his head.
It's a
Listen,
gross. You
I-
pay for cheapness. It's like Walmart. You wonder why your clothes break if you buy something from there.
Hey!
Listen. I buy guy sweatpants for myself from Walmart, okay, because they're comfortable. And literally, I caused so many holes in them from like stretching or whatever, and they're freaking cheap because it's Walmart.
Right.
That's Little Caesars. You
Yeah.
pay for shit.
I pay for basic quality, yeah.
So yeah.
Listen,
Then what's your number
Yeah,
one favorite
slash
pizza
their-
place?
purely in terms of quality, I'm gonna go ahead and throw Little Caesars at least 5 or below for chain restaurants. But they do the cornmeal crust, which is unique. That's pretty cool. But the cheese itself is not super.
The cheese is like, yeah, you can, if you shop wisely enough at the right places, you can make a pizza for $5. That's about how I would place them.
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite pizza place then?
I don't like pizza, and if I do eat pizza, it has to be from New York because they make good pizza, and it's not too thick and it's not too thin.
We just found a place called New York Pizza, so that's pretty
Is it
cool.
good?
Hell yeah.
I don't know, we
It's
haven't
in-
been there yet.
It's in Florida, so.
It's
I've
probably.
had a lot of New York pizza, and it's pretty hit or miss. I do like how in New York, though, you can get like a slice of pizza anywhere, which is cool, because if you want like a slice, it's just like a thing where you can go in and get a slice really quick.
Oh, you've been to New York?
Yeah, I've been to Manhattan, and most pizza places there just let you buy a slice, which is pretty nice actually, because you can try a lot of pizza.
Oh, nice.
Have you been to Boston?
No.
Damn.
Have you been to Boston?
Yes, I have, and I want to live there because it's like New York, but like way better. Like, have y'all seen like Pets Life? Or Life of Pets?
Mm-hmm.
I have not.
Okay,
no.
like,
I've seen. I think those are different movies. Pets Life. I'm thinking of Hotel for Dogs.
no,
never mind.
yeah, no, okay, okay. Like,
Let's never talk about Hotel for Dogs in this podcast again.
no! Listen, it's like, it looks like a lively cartoon city. Like, there's so much going on. It's so pretty. Okay, we're not talking about
Yes, I
Boston.
know
We're
what
talking
you're
about pizza.
referring to.
I hate pizza. I like pizza that's
I
like,
probably will get up to Boston.
York.
There's some cool places up there.
it's just,
That's where John Cena's from.
it's just a nice place. Like, go to like in the middle of the city, like in the good parts, not the bad
Mm.
parts. But yeah, pizza
I
sucks.
traveled for coffee, so I might make it up there because I know there are some good Boston coffee shops like Stumptown's brand and like La Colombe.
And get gelato ice cream as well because it's really good.
I used to work at a cafe that made gelato.
Me too.
Who?
Yosh.
Y'all did? Oh my god, I'm jealous.
I worked at different ones.
It got old really fast. Don't worry.
Yeah, I agree.
I love ice cream. I could eat it every day.
Make Palo make you ice cream.
I don't want him to make me anything. I'm an independent woman. So.
When you guys get together, dedicate one room to a gelato machine and they can make it for you
Oh
every
my
day.
god.
Palo's room where he goes to make me gelato every day.
And
The door closed.
and his fucking brown Crocs and his schmuck over his afro.
My
wife
vagina
beater.
would shrivel up and die. There's gonna be no Crocs in my fucking household.
Crocs got discontinued this week. Are you happy?
Fuck yeah,
What?
Crocs are disgusting.
Really?
That's so funny.
They went out of business, yeah.
Wow, holy crap.
Remember when they were popular?
Remember when Crocs had a whole store?
Oh
Yeah,
my
they
god,
did.
yeah.
Yeah, they had their own chain store.
Jesus.
They had like Crocs for kids stores.
Yeah, like
Wow.
sub stores.
I remember I applied to work at the Crocs store one.
You should have got it. It'd be sweet. You could have so many free Crocs.
I
Yeah,
applied.
I
They didn't
guess
want
I
me.
I guess I gotta get a pair of Crocs before they're all gone.
The rare collectible Crocs.
Instantly get foot infections.
Like every gelato worker, every gelato chef that ever worked at the cafe wore Crocs.
Why didn't you have them?
That's
I don't
disgusting.
know, I never thought to try them.
He said, let me try those on. You tried them on and said, oh, this feels bad.
Standing there groaning.
I don't like these. Take them off me.
Or the fucking gelato chef like trades shoes with me, he steals mine, so I have to be stuck with his Crocs.
He
What?
feels what it's like to never wear Crocs and never goes back.
Crocs are a waste of money. And I used to wear
They're
them.
just plastic molds. It is silly that you pay so much for them.
How much are they? Like what?
If I had to guess, like $30, $20.
I'd
It's still,
buy
like, for a
some
plastic mold,
Vans.
that's a little silly.
Buy Vans.
I
They're
just-
like the best shoes. I wear like black Vans all the time, and they're like $40
That's true.
and they last like a long ass time.
That's true. Can I just say I'm a 22, almost 23-year-old man that's never once bought a pair of shoes?
And I'm a 20-year-old who wears Vans all the time, and I'm still edgy. Buy some fucking Vans.
I got Vans as a gift and I've been making them rock.
Get the Van socks as well. They're cool.
I never really think about socks. I just get the basic bag one.
Oh my god, you can't do that. You have to have the stop. Get the Van socks for your Vans.
Yeah, you're gonna rip.
Is this still in the podcast?
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
We talked about because I was upset about
That's it.
Garfield.
Nah, it's okay. We break away from the mold all the time.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay, good.
We should wrap it up though.
Yeah.
It is very late.
Yeah, it's around 2 hours deep in the cast anyways.
Oh jeez,
Yes.
I gotta edit that.
Sorry.
No worries.
Well, thanks for being on, Lee. What'd you think of our Garfield cast?
There wasn't enough Garfield. But I loved
You're
it.
right, there's never enough Garfield.
Yeah.
I love y'all are all great. All great.
It was nice to have you on. You're always welcome back anytime.
Alright, thank y'all. Yeah, just let me know when y'all are doing this again, and yes.
Yeah, we'll get you on for Scooby-Doo Part 2.
Yeah, I have that slot. No one else can take me, and no, y'all can't replace me last minute. I don't do that, because
Okay.
Scooby-Doo's
Next time
mine.
you should bring your own fan fiction.
You know what? I will. Next time I will, because now I know what I'm signing
It's
up
very
for.
easy.
Oh,
Just
thank
search
God.
Scooby-Doo and then hit crossovers and you have your hundreds of options in front of you.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Hundreds.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll do
It's
that.
Scooby-Doo, maybe even more.
Oh, probably more at this point.
Remember to download the Fanfiction app today.
Oh dear.
Remember to subscribe to us on YouTube and not just view our video and leave. You
I
heathens.
already
Leave a comment.
freaking Wait, I have not. What's the YouTube?
Leave a
Oh,
comment
God.
how we had a girl on this episode and her voice is hot and she's hot by proxy.
Ah, thank you so much. Even though I'm fucking tired right now, I'm so out of it. I'm trying to like stay cool right now. Can I have the YouTube channel, please?
Our YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we
The
can.
exact name.
Yeah, we can like link it or something.
Yeah.
But
And I'll
we
share
are
it.
crossing the line.
It is just crossing the line. That's
Oh, I should have
Yeah,
known.
if you look up "Crossing the Line" podcast on YouTube, or just like on YouTube, you should find it.
it. Usually the one with Palo comes up. Palo.
Yeah, if you just look up Palo, we come up really high. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I hate that boy.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. We are crossing the line. You can listen to us here on YouTube or on SoundCloud. If you're listening to us here on SoundCloud, I pay money for that for some reason.
Oh.
We also have a Twitter. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us all individually on Twitter. All those links will be in the description. Down below-ish somewhere.
Yeah.
Make sure to spread the word and tell all your friends. We're trying to get this thing out here. We've been going for a good while now. This is episode 16?
Yes.
16.
Yosh.
Of nothing but, like, debauchery and monogamy.
Oh my god.
What the heck?
Trying to double check the episode number. It is 16. Yay. Our last one with Harry Potter was pretty good.
I did like that one a lot. If you haven't seen it, check out our last episode on Harry Potter. It's one of my personal favorites.
Yosh.
I see Sonic. Is Sonic in everything, by the way? Just
No,
we
actually,
we
we
have tried to stray away from it because there's so many.
Yeah.
yeah, we try to go out of our way to like get away from Sonic, but even when we're not looking for him, he tends to show up, as he did today.
Pretty much, yeah.
I just feel like I would
I
really
mean,
like
he's my
Sonic.
boy, but even so.
Yeah, they're just way too into Sonic. I'm a little upset,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
a little upset.
I don't throw me under the bus.
I already
don't
have.
care.
I already have.
The
I'm
blue
kidding.
man appears, and I am a victim.
The blue man appears.
Listen, Sonic has almost 40,000 fan fictions.
Jesus. That's
Harry
so many.
Potter has almost 800,000 fan fictions.
Alright, I take it back. I love Harry Potter fanfiction.
Jesus
Harry
Christ.
Potter is number 1
Holy fuck.
by a landslide.
Holy fuck.
That's insane.
Like, literally, the second largest one is Naruto, and they only have 400,000.
Oh my god,
Nah.
more than double.
My god.
It's insane. Anyway, thanks for listening to the show!
Yeah, bye.
Remember, women, put on your boxing gloves and make me dinner.
Lee, do you want to plug yourself real quick?
Do you want to make me dinner?
What?
Do you want a double plug?
What's that mean?
Shout out your goods.
Your Twitter.
Oh,
your YouTube, whatever
I'm
you
sorry,
do.
I'm sorry. My Twitter is secret narc, and then everything else is secret narcissist, which is like YouTube and DeviantArt.
Gotcha.
Cool,
Yeah.
cool.
Looking forward to your
Yay.
storytime video.
Oh my god.
Looking forward to the crossing the line hentai tag.
This was my story time. I told the story. It's done now. It's out there.
Nah, you can just like rip the audio from this episode and like put a JPEG of you over it.
Just re-upload.
just a shitty MS Paint version of my story time picture
Mhm.
Yeah.
in like the left
Just-
corner or whatever.
Just done on your flip note on your DSi, recorded with your phone camera.
Yep. Make sure I have everything else colored except the color of my skin. Have a generic. Every one of them's just canvas
They're
white.
just white gingerbread men, pretty
And
much.
it upsets me. I made fun of Pello. I'm like, so, explain yourself. And he's like, oh, he's mad about it.
He's been doing it for years.
I know
Not
he has, but I mess with him.
Yeah.
It's funny to talk about people's skin color.
It is.
It's not funny.
Speaking of which, Lee, what is your skin color?
Don't do that.
No one knows
Podcast
me.
is over.
Alright.
Podcast is over.
Yay, bye.